Hi, everybody. Today we're going to take a look at how to take my course from a previous semester or previous year and import them into my upcoming classes for the fall. So I'm going to head up here to my courses and I'm going to click on a course that I taught last year. This would be the technology badge that we've taught through West Aurora University. Now, this course has already been flushed out. We worked on it all year, organized it, everything is there for us. And I just want to import those resources for our upcoming school year. So all I need to do is click on Options and click on Save Course to Resources. Now, I have a collection. I always pick Home because I don't want to drop it into a group. Now, there might be some instances where you do want to drop it into a group, but for this example, I want to keep it in my home resources. That means nobody else but myself has access to those resources. I'm not going to pick a folder because these are folders already made inside my resources. Personally, I don't like to make a folder because when I pull in the resources, it's already named Technology Badge 2017-2018 or whatever the name is of your actual class. Then I click Submit. Now, during the school year, this doesn't typically take very much time, but since it's the beginning of the school year and many teachers are going to be doing this might take a little bit of time. So I click up here on my transfer history. And this tells me, opens up a new tab. This tells me that my resources are pending. So notice I have done this a few times. And this will switch to finished once it's transferred over. So we're going to wait a little bit and see what happens once this transfers over. Now we've had some time to let the resources come over from our old class. So I'm here in my Resources tab, and to get here, all I did was click on Resources, and this page pops up. Now, the resources that I saved from my course always show up at the very bottom. So I'm going to scroll all the way down, and right here you see Technology Badge 1718. It was named for the course that I pulled out, okay? So now all I need to do is click on the gear here, and I'm going to click on Add to Course. I already have a course created. Now remember in Schoology, once our resources roll over, those courses for us and our students are already created, so it will show up in my Add Courses. Mine looks a little bit different, of course, but I'm going to look for the course that I made called Technology Badge 1819. I click on that tab. If I had a folder I wanted it to drop into, I would click on Folder. I don't have a folder, so I'm going to click on None. And notice here, I could do this to multiple classes. So my secondary teachers, middle school and high school, if I was doing this to, let's say, a social studies class, and I taught that social studies class 3 times, I could just import all the same resources into 3 classes at once. So not having to do it multiple times. So once I've clicked on the class that I want to add it to, I click on Add. And then again, I'm back to that transfer history. So if you're doing this at the very beginning of the school year, transfer history is going to be your best friend because it might take a few minutes. If you're doing this in October or November, for some reason, it will be almost instantaneous. Now, a question that I will get is, what if I lose this little link to transfer history? How do I get there? Let's say I'm right here in the home page and I want to find my transfer history. I'm going to click on this little drop down arrow next to my name. I'm going to click on Settings right here. And then the 4th tab in is Transfer History. So see how I'm transferring that Technology Badge resources. It says pending. Notice when I pulled them from my old class, they are completed and they're done. So this will take a few minutes, and so it's been a little bit of time now, and we're going to take a look and make sure that our content went over to our course. So I'm going to click on Courses, and again, we don't see the new course just yet. So I'm going to click on My Courses. It gives me the list of all of my current courses, and I'm going to scroll down to, here we go, Technology Badge 1819. So you should see that there is a new folder that says Technology Badge 1718. Now, this is typical that all of the content from your class will show up in a folder, and so everything is inside the folder. You just need to move them around. I find that this is actually really helpful because as I'm deciding what I want to keep and what I don't, I keep it in this main folder from the last year so that it's not mixed in until I'm ready for it to mix in into the upcoming class's content. So what I do to move a whole folder is I just grab the actual folder and I move it. Notice how there's this little gray box that shows up. This shows you where my folder dropped, but I actually want it to drop into a big gray box. Notice how this one is much bigger than this one. So I want the big gray box. That will show up eventually. And then I'm just going to pull my content in as I need it. And that's all you need to know on transferring your content from one class to another. Have a great start to the school year.